Case 1. The Death of Kendrick Johnson, 2013, Georgia. In January 2013, the quiet halls of Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia, became the center of a chilling mystery. 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was an athlete, a son, and a friend. But one afternoon, he didn't return home. The next day, his classmates made a horrifying discovery. Inside the school gym, rolled up in a vertical wrestling mat, lay Kendrick's lifeless body. His shoes were placed nearby, and his head was angled awkwardly within the mat. Authorities quickly ruled it a freak accident, suggesting Kendrick may have fallen in while reaching for a shoe. But his parents were not convinced, and neither were many others. Kendrick's body showed unusual bruising. The official autopsy claimed positional asphyxia, but an independent autopsy later suggested blunt force trauma. Adding to the suspicion, critical school surveillance footage had missing frames, fueling theories of a cover-up. To this day, the death of Kendrick Johnson remains an unresolved storm of grief, controversy, and unanswered questions. Accident or murder hidden in plain sight. But Kendrick's tragedy wasn't the first to blur the line between truth and cover-up. In fact, our next case unfolded in the shadows of one of the darkest days in American history. Case 2. The disappearance of Sneha Anne Philip, 2001, New York. On the eve of September 11, 2001, Dr. Sneha Anne Philip, a 31-year-old physician, was seen shopping in Manhattan. She bought clothes, bedsheets, and lingerie. It was the last confirmed sighting of her. The very next morning, the world changed forever. The Twin Towers were attacked. Sneha's apartment was just blocks away. She never came home. For years, her disappearance was entangled with 9/11 itself. Some believe Sneha rushed to Ground Zero to help the injured and perished in the collapse. Others suggest her personal struggles, friction in her marriage, career stress played a role, raising theories of voluntary disappearance. In 2008, after years of debate, a court declared Sneha Anne Philip one of the official victims of 9/11. But even today, her family clings to the possibility that she chose to walk away, while others honor her as a doctor who ran toward danger when the world needed heroes most. A woman possibly lost in the chaos of one of history's darkest days. And then another mystery, not of war or disaster, but of a stranger caught on camera, moving with chilling intent. Case 3. The murder of Missy Bevers, 2016, Texas. It was April 18th, 2016, just before dawn in Midlothian, Texas. Fitness instructor Missy Bevers arrived early at a local church, preparing for her boot camp class. She unlocked the doors, set up equipment, and waited for her students. But someone else was already inside. Surveillance cameras captured the figure, dressed in full tactical police gear, helmet, and all. The person wandered the church halls with a hammer, breaking glass, forcing doors, seemingly waiting. When Missy entered, she was ambushed and brutally murdered. The footage shocked the nation. Was the intruder male or female? Was this a random attack or someone with a personal vendetta? Investigators pursued leads, including possible jealousy, business disputes, and even gang connections. Yet no suspect was ever arrested. The chilling video of the armored figure remains one of the most unsettling crime clips in existence. A killer who walked calmly into a church and vanished just as easily. A shadow in the church, caught on tape, but never caught in life. And just 3 years earlier, another disappearance would leave investigators baffled not by what was found, but by what was left behind. Case 4. The disappearance of Bryce Laspisa, 2013, California, August 2013. Bryce Laspisa, a 19-year-old college student, seemed to be spiraling. He gave away personal belongings, sent troubling messages to friends, and behaved in ways that alarmed those around him. On August 30th, Bryce was driving from his college toward his parents' home. He stopped along the way, making multiple calls to his mom, each time assuring her he was fine. But the drive that should have taken just a few hours stretched unnaturally long. At 5 a.m., Bryce's car was discovered overturned near Castic Lake in California. His phone, wallet, and laptop were inside, but Bryce was gone. Search teams combed the area. Divers scoured the lake, but no trace of him was ever found. Theories range from suicide to foul play to Bryce starting a new life. But his family still waits for answers, holding on to hope that he will one day return. Bryce's car was found, but not Bryce himself. And sometimes it's children who vanish, leaving behind not just belongings, but an entire community searching in vain. Case 5. The disappearance of Asha Degree, 2000, North Carolina. On Valentine's Day, 2000, 9-year-old Asha Degree disappeared from her home in Shelby, North Carolina. That night, during a storm, Asha was seen by multiple witnesses walking alone down a rural highway in the dark. She carried a backpack almost as big as her. Then, she vanished. A year later, Asha's backpack was discovered, buried miles away from her home. Inside were her school supplies and clothes items carefully packed, as if she had planned her journey. Why would a 9-year-old leave in the middle of the night? Some believe Asha was lured by someone she trusted. Others think she was running away, though from what, no one knows. Decades later, her parents still hold on to hope. Posters of Asha's smiling face remain in North Carolina, a reminder of the little girl who walked into the storm and never returned.